All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Once again, thanks for jumping on the call today. Just a heads up, we are going to be recording this call, and in the future, we'll be able to send it out. So if you have any questions or would like to see it played back, please reach out to us at our community investments email, and we'll be happy to get that sent to you once our marketing team has the link pulled up. But we're going to go ahead and dive in here with some introductions. So I'll go ahead and kick things off. I'm Allie Willett. I'm one of our senior managers of community investments here at United Way of the Midlands, and also really excited to be running point of contact here with our Karnett Trust information. So if you have any questions throughout the process, please feel free to reach out to me. But I'll go ahead and let the team introduce themselves. If we want to just start off at the top of the list with Meg here, and then we'll just kind of work our way down the team.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good to see all of you. I'm Meg Blue. I'm our Vice President for Community Investments here at United Way. I'll be monitoring the chat during this session today. So if you guys have questions that pop up or anything like that that you want to put into the chat, I will go ahead and give you guys some responses to those. So good to see you all. And I'll let Jonathan go ahead and introduce himself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Crosley. I am a community manager here, and I will be having a little section here kind of regarding our Wise Hive programming application piece. So I will share my screen a little bit later on with you guys and talk a little bit more. Tiffany?
Hi, everyone. I'm Tiffany Howard. I'm also a senior manager of community investments. Most of you know that I am moving out of state here in a couple of weeks, so I'm here just to be supportive. In the past, I have run Karnett, so this is me kind of passing the baton, and I'm here to just help support and answer any questions I can if necessary. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, team. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started here with a little bit of an overview of the Karnett Trust for those who may be unfamiliar. So the Karnett Trust was a legacy gift given from LNC Karnett to United Way of the Midlands to run in 2012. And it has been an honor to carry on her legacy through this program. Really, the intent of the trust is to impact programs that are providing services to children and youth with intellectual and or developmental disabilities through providing grants to programs with services in the areas of care, education, or training. And those align great with our United Way priorities of investment of healthy communities, community resiliency, youth opportunity, and financial security. So that's just a little brief overview. So now we're going to dive into the process. So for those of you who may have participated in the Karnett Trust process before, you'll see that this year things look a little bit different. However, if you participated in the Community Impact Fund process, you'll notice that there are a lot of similarities there. So first off, to dive in, one of the big unique differences this year is we do have a $25,000 request limit. And so we are asking that all requests that come in are at that $25,000 mark. And really that decision came at the idea of wanting to not only ensure that we're making a sizable impact in all of the programs that we're investing in, but also in improving our transparency with you, our partners, so that you have a very clear idea of what to expect when it comes to funding decisions. So as far as how the process is going to work, we're going to begin with a letter of intent, which is what we're here to talk about today. The letter of intent is open for anybody to apply to, and those will be open beginning Monday the 13th. And the letter of intent, Jonathan's going to walk through it, but you'll see it's very brief, just a couple of questions to kind of give us a broad overview of your program and of the folks that you're serving. And we will also provide an LOI guide following this meeting as well that's going to walk through what we're looking for each question. So following the letter of intent, our team, the community investments team, will review those. And then from there, we may be asking for a due diligence meeting with your organization to clarify any questions that we may have regarding your program. And that's also an opportunity for you to ask any questions of us that you have regarding the process. If your agency is not requested to do a due diligence meeting, that does not mean that you will not be moving on to the application phase. It just means that we didn't have further questions regarding your LOI. But if you have any questions for us regarding the process, you are welcome to submit those via email during that week of the due diligence meetings, and we will be happy to answer those for you as well. Following the potential of a due diligence meeting will be the application phase. The application phase will only be open to programs whose letter of intent was moved forward from that stage of the process into the application. And our team will make you aware whether or not your program is moving forward to that or not. So you won't be left wondering. We will be sure to keep you in the loop on the status of your proposal. Following applications, we will go into the review period, and the review period is going to be done by our community investments team, but applications will also be reviewed by community reviewers. So if you're familiar with the Community Impact Fund, it's going to be folks that are in the community. They have a wide array of subject matter expertise, and we are definitely targeting folks that may have some experience or some background knowledge in the intellectual and or developmental disability space as well. And then following the review period, we will make award announcements. And just like in our previous funding, we will let you know either way. So there's not a question on where your program stands on whether it's funded or not. So moving on here, I just have a brief slide here with a timeline of how things are going to work out. You're welcome to take a screenshot of this, but please know that the timeline is also available on our website and is also outlined in our RFP as well. And of course, any questions on timing, feel free to reach out to one of us on the community investments team. But I'll just note LOIs do open on Monday, the 13th, and then they'll close on January 31st, so at the end of the month here. And then following that, it is a fairly quick turnaround for the due diligence meetings. You'll note that timeline there. And so we just ask that you keep a close eye on your email, and as we request those, that you respond promptly so that we can make sure that we get that scheduled for you. And then you'll just see the rest of the dates as follows there. But I will go ahead and turn it over to Jonathan, who's going to do a walkthrough of our grant management software, WiseHive, and show you what the LOI looks like.
All right, thank you there, Allie. I'm going to start on our website here, Quick Way, United Way, Midlands.org. Under our impact here and under investments, the current, give me 1 second, please. Meg, are we sharing?
Yep, your screen's up. We can see it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry there, everybody. So just wanted to make sure everybody is following along, all right? Impact investments here under the Karnett Trust. And here we will have, there will be a button on our Karnett page here. It will be following along kind of under the how to apply piece of it right here, similar to kind of the downloading the RFP. And so there will not only be the button in order to get to WiseHive here, but then there will also be an LOI guide here as well, as I believe we'll also be sending it out via email as well. So that's a couple ways in order to get to the LOI guide as well as get to WiseHive. And so so once you click on that button, you will be here into our portal, our WiseHive portal. For the majority of us, from my understanding, for those agencies who have applied previously with our Community Impact Fund, the majority of your information will kind of follow over. And I'll go into a little bit more specifics once I log in. If you do not or have not previously applied for funding through the Community Impact Fund, you will then have to set up an account. So again, for the majority of us, I believe we will be logging in, and a lot of that information, as you'll see, will kind of be transposed and auto-formatted. So once we get here, we will click on the letter of intent intake, because your agency will pop up and everything. Now, for mine here, it says complete because I've tested it a few different times. All right. For the majority of us, though, there will be a click an open button that we will click on. And again, right here, during the application, much of the information, agency name, will be auto-populated, specifically down to probably at least the EIN. And as you can see here, as Ali kind of mentioned, it's a pretty short and direct format, primary contact information, and then kind of going into more of the program information. I will let you know that there's about 3 yes or no questions during this application. There are a couple of multiple choice um, questions as well, or multiple choice areas, such as the primary funding area. I will click on this so that you can kind of see our 4 focus areas: healthy community, youth opportunity, financial security, and community resiliency. Um, and the and then there's also a couple of the fill in the blanks here, such as briefly describing the population, as well as the program. I did want to kind of clarify that the program, as Ali mentioned, the grants are funded exclusively at 25,000, and so once you put in your program budget, this is auto-populated right here into the portion of the program. Please note that we will not be moving anybody forward that is 50% or more of their program budget. I did want to kind of emphasize here during the application piece that, again, I think this is another one of the drop downs where you'll specify how the majority of the dollars will be utilized. Um, and that's kind of the brief of it. Down here at the bottom, I have kind of the save changes piece of it. I do want to let you know that once you once you either save changes or you'll save the information, you must continue the to the submit button in order to submit. And so I just click the save changes button, and then again you'll kind of go back to the submit button right here on this previous page, and then it will be submitted. So please make sure that it is submitted. And that's kind of the walkthrough of our Wise Hive, which is our application portal for your LOI. Ali?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Go ahead. And now we really just have an opportunity for questions. So if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask, or if we have any in the chat that we'd like to address out loud, happy to do that now. But of course, if you work with myself or Tiffany, please feel free to reach out to us at any time with any specific questions that you may have that may be program specific, or you can also always reach out to us at our community investments email that's listed here on the slide. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen now. And if folks have any questions, I'm happy to take those.
Hey, Allie, this is Lauren. I just had a quick question. So, Jonathan, when you went through and were picking the different categories, it was like health and community, those ones. So a category would just have to fit that program. Is that correct?
Yep, it's program
Okay.
specific. Yep, and there
Okay.
is a hyperlink in the LOI that will take you to our funding priorities, and you'll be
Yep.
able to see based on the services that you offer where you'll fall in that.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely.
I have a question. So what is the age limit? Because I know it said children, but I think in the past it was up to age 20 something. So is it like that again, or is it up to 19, or what is the age limit?
Yep, children and youth up to age 24.
Okay, thank you.
We do have, it looks like, a question from Stephanie in the chat wondering if there are specific expenses that would not be covered under the grant. Really, we're fairly open so long as they're going to programmatic expenses. So whether it's supplies for the programming, salaries for the programming, general operating expenses that will support your programming. Can't necessarily do like, you know, brick and mortar support there, or anything as it might relate to like scholarships or like that type of maybe financial aid that might be going towards clients. But really anything as it relates to those general operating expenses, again, salaries or supplies specific programmatic. So hopefully that helps, Stephanie.
Thanks, Meg. Well, if we have no other questions, I'm happy to give plenty of time back into your day. And like I said, we have been recording this call, so we are happy to send that out if you would like to request that. It does take a couple of days for our marketing team to get the link put together, so we'll just ask for your patience on that, but happy to share as soon as that's available. But thank you all for joining us on the call today, and really looking forward to this next phase. And I hope you all stay warm this week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.